Sugarberry!
Hey, it's Vivian J, and welcome back, Glitter Angels. Hola chicos, ¿cómo estás? 안녕하세요, 저는 BBN입니다. And Mochi Hug! For today's video, I know last week I probably told you that I would not be able to film, but right now I'm able to because I just came home from rehearsal. It just only took about 4 hours. That was earlier today. I felt like I wanted to update you based on what's going on with the variety show Warrior, as you could tell by my shirt. I'm going to kind of spill the tea based on what being a performer is like. Pretty much general info based on what you are probably curious to know, or just like a day in the life of a performer. Also, let me just mention how the GBN variety show is coming up in about a week. I'm really excited, and I hope you all are too. Hopefully you've purchased your ticket, but if you haven't, go to showtix4you.com, which I'll link in the description, to get your tickets for $15, and I'll see you soon! This is your chance to see me and the others perform. We're going to be performing on the 3 days, and the show is over. Without further ado, let's just get straight on into this video. Also, I just want to let you know that I'm also dealing with a cold. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I'm trying really hard not to be super annoying in this entire video because of my bad sick voice. I apologize that I'm sick right now, and hopefully I'll feel better soon. Without further ado, let's just get straight on into what it's like to be a performer. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm one of the most confident people in the entire world. Well, not to brag. I know, as you could probably already tell by my previous videos that I've posted, you see me on camera a lot, like even right now. Well, first off, before I get onto that, I just want to say that there are certain situations where I'm really confident. Like, I could be charismatic in front of a camera because 1, I'm alone, and 2, I feel comfortable right now, and I have my liquids over here. Whenever I'm on stage, I feel confident as well, because you probably already know why. But if you don't, because 1, I started at a really young age. I started performing at age 5, if you didn't know, and I've been involved in many shows and performances. I've done it so many times. For those of you who are not familiar on what it's like to be a performer, I'm going to explain that right now. Being a performer is fun and all, but it can be very stressful at times. That's how it was like for me. When I started when I was really young, it was extremely difficult. That is true for all kinds of performers, whether they're singers, dancers, actresses, or actors, or whatever they are. So, as most of you know that I'm a singer and a dancer, I gotta tell you, it took me years and years to become a better performer. Well, just like for anything, it takes time. Let me explain to you about, if you don't know, here's what goes down. The first one are practices / rehearsals. Now I gotta tell you, attending rehearsals can be very tough at times. That's because since I'm in the variety show Warrior, I've been told, along with other people, to arrive at a certain time and ready to go with all the makeup and costumes and everything ready, and they would tell us to get ready on stage ASAP, and you're probably gonna wait from around 1 to 3 or 4 hours until your act is ready to perform on stage. Even that's how it's currently like right now. For instance, I had to wait for about 1 or 2 hours until my act is called to be on stage. I understand waiting for your act to perform on stage is tough, but during those times you would be told to practice what we've been going over. In the past couple of weeks, I've been pretty much constantly rehearsing for the variety show, and all of the practices have been paying off, which is a plus. To all the ladies first out there, we all did incredible earlier today. I understand waiting for your act to be called on stage is tough, but it's actually good because you have plenty of time to go over what's hard for you. Now let's get on to what actually happens as you perform on stage. And now for the next part, when you're on stage. I understand that for those of you who are not familiar on what it's like to be on stage, if you haven't done something like this before, I understand it, most people get stage fright or nervous at a lot of times, but personally, I gotta tell you, I do not. You're probably wondering why. That's just because, like I just told you, I've been part of this performing career for the past over 11 years. I used to get nervous all the time when I was really younger, you know? But over time, I managed to overcome the stage fright very quickly after all those past performances or shows that I have done. Let me just give you some tips on how to not be nervous. If you want to perform, you gotta perform. You need to just loosen off and just shake off the nerves. What I pretty much do before any performance is like pretty much warm my body up, including my vocals in case if I'm like singing or something. Like I would just pretty much like shake off the nerves and all the tension. If you want to give me some like ideas on how to not be nervous on stage for a future video, I can do that as well. So once you've warmed your body up, you just tell yourself, okay, you can do this. A lot of people are watching and that can be scary, but you got this. That's what you should say to yourself. Once I remind myself that I can do this, and then I go, fighting! So if you don't know what that means, fighting, it doesn't mean literally fighting. Fighting is actually a Korean slang phrase for like, let's go, or good luck. Before you get on stage, you wish yourself and the others good luck, or break a leg. Get out there and give it your all. This is your defining moment of your life. So once you're on that stage, you just smile with confidence, just to act like you enjoy it, like you love it. Pretty much what I do as a performer, once I'm on that stage, I just smile with charisma and energy and just to give it my best shot. Do not ever worry about making a mistake. No one is not going to even notice. I've been through some tough moments where some like mistakes happened on stage, and you know what, that is totally normal. Did I ever tell you that I fell on stage one time during my performing career? That is true. If you have not seen my embarrassing story video, I'll link that in the description. Don't be afraid of making a mistake or possible error. All you have to worry is just giving it your best shot. You just need to smile with confidence and show the audience who you really are. Well, at least that's how it works for me and the others too. Now I'm going to move on to what happens after being on stage. After you've performed on that stage, the audience applauses, and then once all the acts are done, and then everyone is called to bows. Well, at least that's how it's going to work for at least us during the variety show. Like once all the acts are finished, we get called back on stage for bows. Let me give you some tips on what to do after you perform on stage. You just, once you finish performing, you follow the others off stage and then take a few deep breaths to calm yourself down, or at least like, I just often do this with my hands a lot. It just helps me like take off any excess nerves that have gone on me. This also happened in rehearsal too earlier. Like once we were finished with our act, I went off stage with the others and I gave myself a moment to calm down, all that relaxing stuff. So once you've calmed yourself down, you could also talk to the others, well, with other people as long as the backstage is silent. Sometimes you could also like self-reflect based on what you've done and what you can improve on. Well, at least that's how it worked for me as well. Basically what I would do after every performance, I would ask myself, okay, did I do great or as well as I thought I would? Yes. Any mistakes? Well, no. Well, like I just told you, it's very optional to ask yourself these questions in your head, like what you've done and what you can improve on. For instance, after I perform, I say to myself, I showed a lot of charisma and energy on stage and did not fall or trip. Once I talk through the things that I've done well, and then I move on to any improvements, and I think to myself, I could show more charisma or express myself more. Let me preference by saying that all you have to do as a performer is to just express yourself and just to feel the music and like everything going through your body. I understand it's really hard to be on yourselves, especially if you realize you've been practicing a lot. Even I'm really hard on myself. I understand that is not very good. I'm just hard on myself because I care. I care if I do well on stage, which is fine, and I also care that everyone else does incredible, which is also okay. Based on what I just explained, being a performer is fun and all, but can be really hard at times. And another tip I have for you, to those who are new to performing, all you have to do is just go with the act that you're doing, get over the fear, and have fun on stage. Those are pretty much the tips and other information that I've explained about what it's like to be a performer, and I really hope that you find these tips very helpful. Alright everyone, so another tip that I have for you is to just have some fun with what you're doing and just to be yourself. Don't forget to smile. I understand performing may not be the most exciting thing for most people, but if you keep a smile on your face, you'll make everyone else's day and your day even better. Just get out there and give it your all. Don't let tension stop you from doing the thing you love. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and be sure to share with your friends. I love you all to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Hope to see you there, Wo fans. Toodles! Mwah! Annyeong!
Hit you with that